Well, good morning. It is about 9:30 and I have been working through still doing this block scheduling. So from 8 until 10 is kind of what I work hard at doing, like or keeping as my home slash cleaning slash project block. And so that's what I've been working on. So since this morning, basically I've gotten myself ready. Okay, the kids have done like their morning jobs, got them going on all of those things, right? What did you do this morning, Peter?
Oh, I loaded the dishwasher,
Yep.
brushed my teeth, pretty much did all my morning jobs, and
Yep.
I went out on the dirt bike.
Okay.
Now I'm done and I'm gonna go play with Murphy, and I picked some tomatoes.
You picked some tomatoes for us. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
So Peter says that our jalapenos are almost the size of Walmart's jalapenos. So I guess it's going to be time for us to get down there and do that too. But that's in the outdoor block. So what I wanted to tell you though is that this morning I just worked through, and I'm also getting out my ironing board here. This morning I worked through dishes. No, I didn't. Peter loaded and I was gonna wash the leftovers and I didn't, but I did make my bed and I picked up like laundry kind of throughout the area, cleared off my camera card so that I could vlog today, did laundry, like I folded and put away the towels that I did yesterday that I washed, and yeah, just all the things. You guys know, you know what has to be done, right? And so that's what we were working on. Okay, we're gonna get the iron out here. I have one of Warren's shirts to iron, and then I also have a pair of my blue jeans that I want to stitch. Okay, so I do need to let my iron warm up for about a minute or so. I do have a load in the dryer, so I'm gonna go and fold like 5 items, whatever I can get folded in that minute. I was able to fold 11 things, and then I found 2 more things that need to be ironed, so in that load. So I'm just gonna get going on this here right away. Do you ever time yourself doing the jobs that you don't like to do? Sometimes I will do that just to see how long does this actually take me, this thing that I can't stand doing. And I wouldn't say that, I mean, I used to despise ironing. I don't despise it so much anymore. And I think it's just because I'm in a different place in my life. I don't have newborns or toddlers who are getting into everything, and you know, I have kids that can run and play and do their thing. But I still, like, this only took me 3 minutes and 22 seconds to iron this shirt, so really it's not that big of a deal. And I think sometimes if you realize just how short of a time it takes to do the job that you dislike the most, it makes it that much easier to get it done, because you're like, oh, do I have 5 minutes? Yes, I have 5 minutes. So there's just about 10 minutes left. No, actually, there's only 5 minutes. So I'm gonna get these extra dishes washed up here that didn't fit in the dishwasher this morning. And then I'm gonna get outside because I really have a lot of outside gardening things I need to do. I'm looking out, some of my plants are looking a little bit droopy, like my flowers, because it was a very, very drying day yesterday. And it is like 72 right now. Really cool, actually, comparative to some of the other days that we've been getting in the last couple weeks. But I really want to fertilize as well. I just got another jug of Tiger Bloom because I had completely run out. So I really want to fertilize. And then I also have to get over by my potatoes. The weeds are really coming up from underneath. I had them sitting on pallets. And again, I always underestimate the fact that weeds, it's like they thrive in horrible conditions. That's how they get to be weeds, is that it's like no matter what kind of horrible conditions there are, the weeds are just going to grow. So I do want to go over there because I think the weeds are starting to grow up around my buckets and they're not just getting the sunlight that I want them to get. And so, and here we are already the mid-August, and they're just not doing as well as I had hoped that they would do. I think they're also kind of in a spot that's getting a little too much shade for them. Anyway, I need to get out there and do that. Here I am talking and not getting this getting the dishes done here, but I also need to go down. Also, the weeds are coming up on the outside of the garden, not where I have my weed guard fabric at all, but on the outside, kind of between the grass where Sam mows, and then up close to the carrots, because, you know, I don't want him to get super close. And we do have a little board down there, but still, it would be really hard for him to get that close to it. So I do want to go down there and knock down all of those weeds as well to make sure that the carrots are getting plenty of sun. And what else? I know that there's broccoli down there. Peter told me that there's jalapenos, so I know there's going to be stuff that we have to harvest down the garden. So I'm going to just turn the camera off. I'm going to wash up those dirty dishes right there, and then I'll be back. Warren's got the boys working today and cleaning out gutters, right? Is that what you guys are doing?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Sam has big plans of, I don't know what his plans are, but he wants to live on the roof.
What?
I said, but you want to live on the roof.
It's so cool. There's great views up there. You know.
Uh-huh. It would be pretty cool.
We gotta make a little room in the attic. And then have a deck on the roof. That's it.
Sounds like you got a project. Try to run that one by Dad, though.
Yeah, Dad wouldn't let me.
My fertilizing system is not overly complicated. Basically, we just fill up all of the milk jugs as we empty them in the house, and we line them up in the garage, and I load up my wagon here, and then I have my Tiger Bloom fertilizer. I buy it a gallon at a time. I used to only go through 1 gallon in a summer, and now this summer I already am on my 2nd gallon, so I don't know, this stuff is a little pricey, but I think it does produce really beautiful flowers, and it's probably my favorite pastime. And so I'm willing to spend a little bit on it because it is probably one of my only little, like, guilty pleasures, I would say. You know, some women, they get their eyebrows waxed and their hair done, and lots and lots of, like, that personal kind of thing, and, like, that's kind of their pleasure. That's their fun. But for me, that is just not something I do very often. I actually, believe it or not, this is hard to do one-handed here. Believe it or not, I have not had my hair professionally cut, you know, by, well, a professional, since before Maria was born. Warren just always cuts my hair. I think both Emily and Amber have cut it before too. Amber giggled a little too hard when she did it, so I didn't want her to do it again. But, yeah, Warren actually just cut it the other day, and he's getting really good at it. I gotta keep fertilizing, keep moving along here. Like I said, I have to get down to the garden and have a few other things, and I'll turn the camera on now and again and show you what I'm doing. Alright, it's time to head down to the garden now. I actually asked Peter if he wanted to come down because he always loves picking everything with me. But him and Maria found some, like, little kids CDs from, I think they were from Mother Goose boxes years ago. And anyway, they ran across those, so they've been just listening to music. And of course Joe loves that because it's top volume. And Amber got home. She doesn't like that so well, I'll tell you that. Shoot, I should have brought my knife down. I forgot to bring my knife. Okay, well, let's see here. I forget what I have filmed and what I haven't in the past, but I can give you guys another peek at the garden here before we start picking stuff. I do have this one coneflower that I planted here, and it seems to be doing well. That's kind of nice. It adds a little color down here. Give you a little overview here. So the dill still doing great. I just keep cutting that for when I need to, for when I'm pickling. Here, these are all the pickling cucumbers, kind of all the way, just a little bit past that yellow cord down there, if you can see it. And I'm looking in here. I hear lots of them, lots of bumblebees. And I see a cucumber back in there. Let's see, I see another one there. Oh, I see a nice sized one there. See it back in there? Oh, there's a couple of them down there. So it looks like I'm gonna have to pick cucumbers and get some more pickles made. Also, the sunflowers, they're always so pretty. Gosh, I just love them so much. They add such a pretty like color down here in the garden. Let's look for zucchini. Okay, I see two nice sized, just like little, what I would call nice sized to me. Nice ones for having with breakfast. And there's another tiny one down in there. Not too much for zucchini today, which actually I'm not sad about. Yeah, but there are definitely some more pickles down in there to do. The onions are starting to get to the point, what I'm kind of watching for, see this one right here. So the onion is still up right here, but the stem has started to bend over. So when at least 50% of these, now there's another one bent over. That one, the whole onion is tipped over. This one I can tell is bent over, but when at least 50% of these have bent, I will go through and actually bend the remainder of them. Then I'm going to let them stay in the ground for a few more days, and then I will harvest them. So the onions are getting very close. The red onions, not so much. I still have a long time. But look at the dill. These are just dill that seeded from last year, and they just found their way up through these little tiny holes that I put into the weed guard fabric. So that's amazing. All right, do you guys want to see our cantaloupe again? There's two of them. There's a beautiful one down there, and then look at that one. That one is fabulous. They're going to be so flavorful. Now let's go over here and look at the jalapenos that Peter says are the size of Walmart's. What do we have going here? Oh, we do have some nice ones. Oh, look at that bumblebee right there. Oh, just went away. Yeah, this is a really nice one right here. It's so hard with get the lighting here right so you guys can see those, but yeah. Some bell peppers. Let's see if I can show those to you. There's bell peppers growing underneath there. Those are amazing. There's so many of them. I think there's 12 on that one plant. The tomatoes, I didn't put in my tomato cages early on, and so they started to get so big so fast after I started fertilizing, and I could not get the tomato cages on. We were going to come down and like do some string or something, and we just didn't get to it, but I don't know, they still look to be doing fine. I mean, they're tipped over, but yeah, look at the size of those tomatoes over there. I just hope that everything ripens nicely. We have Amish paste down that way. More peppers. I'll show you the broccoli. So I have harvested broccoli twice. I'm going to harvest that one today. And I'm going to harvest that one and that one as well. This will be better, then you guys can see in the light, the sunshine better. There's another one to harvest, and then this one I better get harvested. This one I'm not really sure why it's like that. It's like very uneven, whereas the other ones have nice tight heads, so I don't know what that was all about, but we'll harvest it anyway. The kids are getting super excited about the corn. So there's all the corn cobs forming. So far it looks like each stalk only has one cob of corn, which usually they can get more than one to a stalk, so I don't know. Oh, now that one has 3. Okay. Well, maybe it's still early. Maybe they'll still grow some more. We'll see. But we have some really nice ones over here. Peter came down to the garden, and Maria did too. She's over there picking the green beans that we have. Not many plants, but she's picking them nonetheless. And then Peter, look at all those broccoli. That is beautiful.
There's a broccoli plant way up there.
Yep. There they are, and they're still bearing broccoli, so 2 big handfuls. We're gonna eat those for lunch. I picked 2 slicing cucumbers because after lunch we're gonna be going to Emily's and Nick's to drop off beefaladas that I made yesterday that I want to take to them. And so I thought I'd take them each a cucumber. And then we also have a whole bunch of pickling cucumbers down there. To me it looks like I have 5 quarts.
And more broccoli.
So yes, and a lot of broccoli. So we're gonna have some processing to do when we get back today.
So far we got 3 things of broccoli from the garden.
And I feel like the peppers can go longer, Peter. So we're not going to, I know, aren't they beautiful? So we're not going to pick these today because I just don't have time to get to them.
Come over here, there's a right here.
Oh yeah, that one's beautiful, isn't it? Let me see if I can get it there. Yeah, that's nice. I just don't have time to process peppers today because you want to show them a bell pepper too? I think I already showed the bell pepper, but you can show the tomatoes that are starting to get red. Let's go look. Ooh, don't fall.
Well, there's some right here starting to turn.
Yeah, they're starting to just get a little bit of a yellow hue.
One right there.
And then that one, let's get all this on. There we go, that one's nice too.
And then there's some over there.
Next week, things are gonna look good. Wow, Maria, look at all the beans on that plant. That's amazing. And look at all the beans on this plant.
I know. Some of these are from plants over there.
Uh-huh. We're gonna go on the other side of the carrots here, and we're gonna pull all of this tall weed material so that we can really see, because it's starting to grow over the carrots and it's gonna shade them out.
This humongous weed. Yeah. I don't think Mom wants it in her garden or Dad wants it in his marsh.
So we didn't get the potatoes all done. Actually, we didn't get it done at all. But we did pick everything else in the garden that we needed to. We got some dill for pickles that we're gonna do later today. Yeah, but after it's time for lunch. It's probably well after time for lunch right now. So we need to go in and see what's going on that way. And then I hear clinking and clanking in the kitchen, so maybe someone's doing something. And then we also have to run errands this afternoon. So we are home from all of our errands and just having some supper right now.
I love beefaladas.
I know you do. Maria, what are you going to eat this tonight? You need more than a cucumber. Maria Jean, come back.
Maria, these have these in them.
Maria Jean, come back. You need to pick a little bit of beefalata. That you can have a quarter if you want.
A quarter.
Okay.
With cheese and black olive smasher. Maria, I'll give you $6 if you eat a whole.
$6.
If you eat a quarter of the beefalata. 6 to 5 into 1, 6. Eat that.